Yo, whether you're a corporate worker or a creative, these are 5 tech essentials for your next work trip. Let's go. I am not a tech guru, okay? I am just a guy that's living my life, doing my thing, and I do have my own personal context, so I want you to take what I say with what you want to take from it, okay? So I'm going to let you guys know my story, how I traveled, what tech I brought, and how I came to my conclusion, and then I'm going to give you the list so that you can be a bit more informed with the decision, okay?
I've been out in the mountains, Baden, going 80 in the car with darling, sipping on wine from the vibes I'm passing, and these moves don't get man car sick. Baden. I sit by the lake of the fresh air calming, Baden.
So I actually travelled to the University of Southampton and the city because I work in music and the music education industry, and in this industry I'm doing a lot of talking, a big round table meeting, basically talking. So that's what you can expect on my work trip. If yours looks differently, then consider that. But yeah, I knew I would be doing a lot of that today, as well as just general creating, because I am a music artist as well. So I wanted to make sure that I could at least create if I got inspired. So that's how I kind of decided. And what I'm going to talk about now, before I give you the proper list, is what I removed from my list, or what I don't think I personally needed. These are the things that I disregarded.
So the first things I'm going to list off now are the things that I either took with me that I just didn't use, or the things that I'm happy I left behind because I really wasn't going to use them. And those things include the ROG Ally, which is my main gaming console. I played absolutely no games. I am a working guy, it seems, so I had no interest in gaming on this trip, it seems. I thought I would. I generally thought I'd be out here on the train playing a game, but no, I weren't even doing that. I think I opened it for like 5 minutes just for the sake of a video, and I just put it away. So that was a big waste of space. The second thing was I left like all my chargers at home, like every single plug that I would use to charge my phone, my Android phone as well, which is my work phone, and my Apple Watch. I left all of that at home because I had one thing that made up for all of that, and I'll give that at the end of the video as a bonus. So I was able to get rid of my gaming console, multiple chargers for all my tech, and I think the last thing I would have left behind would have been definitely my MacBook Pro M2 Pro. I left the big boy. I left him at home because, well, I'll explain in a sec. Okay, cool. So what tech did I actually really value? What are my tech essentials for a work trip? For me, honestly, the first one I alluded to is the replacement of my laptop. So I didn't want to bring a laptop because it's so heavy and massive, and I just thought it's not that heavy actually. In the grand scheme of things, the laptop isn't heavy, but ultimately that laptop, in conjunction with all of the other stuff I was bringing, the MacBook was just a bit too big for my liking, and it would have added just too much weight. So what I did was I replaced that with my iPad mini. Now if you saw my other video on the iPad mini, check that out. I'll leave it over here or something if you haven't seen it. I did the iPad mini first impressions, and in that video I said that the iPad mini is the perfect device when it's the main character of the setup. So whenever you have that device in your possession, you want to use it as if it's the only thing you're going to use in that time period. You don't want to be having an iPad and a MacBook on you at the same time during your working day. No, it don't work like that. You just won't want to use your iPad because a Mac will just literally obliterate it by doing everything it needs to do on its own. But when you have the iPad mini by itself, and you can expect what the day will look like to be like a light working day, the iPad mini is perfect because it's so small. You can watch media on it, which is what I did. I was on the train. Instead of playing games like I said about the ROG Ally, I was just watching Demon Slayer on Netflix. I downloaded my episodes and I watched them on the train. Because the device is so small, it fit in that little small, section of the train, and I was able to be comfortable with that setup. And also when it came to work as well, I was able to get my pen out during the meetings I was in and write notes. I was able to voice record if I wanted to get voice notes as well. I could still go on Google, I could go on my emails. That's all I needed for that work day, because in most meetings, you're not out here, doing high-tech crazy work. If you're in a job like mine, you're meeting people. So the iPad is perfect for that, with its 7-inch display. And also, honestly, its size, the fact that it's so small, you can literally put it in your pocket, and it's like a mini computer right there. Your whole work day, you'll be fine. If you don't have the iPad mini, I would suggest using another type of iPad, the iPad Air, iPad Pro. If you have that, it will still be lighter than your MacBook anyway. And if not, Apple, maybe, I'm sure there's other Android tablets out there that would do the job perfectly fine. The second thing that I chose was actually the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Now, the reason why, that's probably my most, these three are all equally essentials, because without all of these three, I think I would have been miserable. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera, which I'm currently using to film this video, is a beast of a camera, because it's pocket sized, again, 4K footage, up to 120 hertz if you want to do slow-mo, but ultimately the main draw is its ease of use. It literally flips open and starts filming if you want it to. You can literally flip the screen, filming instantly. I'd argue that it's just as quick as filming on your phone for most people, and you get the benefits of having the gimbal attached to it, so you get the super smooth shots, as well as a dedicated camera. Having a dedicated camera just feels better, and having a small one like this, it feels better, because you just whip it out of your pocket, you can start filming. It's great. Why would you want to film on a work trip? The reason why is simple. Honestly, you want to encapsulate these memories. Having a camera on your travel, it's essentially allowing you to be able to just capture the views. It's a good way, it's a good meditative way just to encapsulate your life, because actually when you come home from these work trips, it'll be good to tell a story, and that's what I like to do. If I go somewhere new or somewhere that isn't my general home, I want to be able to tell a story in some way. So that's why I like taking the camera. The second reason why, actually, though, and a more practical one, is it's a good webcam. It's a great webcam, so if you need to connect it up to a computer or something like that, you can use it as a webcam. You can also use it for work as well. What if people in your workspace actually do need to film something? What if, having some content, because we know all these jobs now are becoming a lot more creative driven as well. They're not all these corporations, they like managing social media, so you can actually be a little bit more reliable when you have a little pocket camera like this, because you can actually contribute to their strategy of social media, which honestly most of these businesses don't have a good strategy for social media, or it gets neglected. So just having one of these, it can help you just one up everybody else by just being a reliable guy. Not to mention, for me, I'm also a musician, so I just like making content, right? I just like making music content. So yeah, let's move on. Final one is Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Now, I don't own them, but when I was on the work trip, there was this amazing gentleman called Stuart, and he owned the Ray-Ban glasses, and I didn't know he owned them until I heard him doing a little gesture with his fingers. He would look at the screen when the slide would come up, and he would just do, and I would hear a little sound, and I'm like, what is that sound? Why do I keep hearing this sound? I was confused. Then I looked at him, and he took his glasses off, and I noticed that they were Ray-Bans, and I was like, bro, are those the Ray-Bans, the Ray-Ban Meta glasses? And he was like, yeah, they are. He thought it was a discreet one. It is a discreet one, but because his TP is a tech guy, so obviously I was the one to find out what he was doing. He was taking pictures of the slides of our presentation for the meeting with his glasses discreetly. Instead of taking his phone out, taking a camera out, he was able to just look at it and do that, and it was all good.
It's just because, again, like I said, it's just practicality of something else. I just have too many devices, too many things. Like that's an extra thing to carry, an extra thing to not lose.
That's amazing. My list would have looked different if I didn't see that, but I actually had my own version of the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and that is right here. This is the Plaud Note, and what I wanted to say with this one, my third pick, is that I think the third essential tech that you could bring out is a small piece of tech that is non-intrusive, quite discreet, but adds loads of value to your work life. If you can find a tech that does those 4 things, you're good. And that, to me, is either the Ray-Ban glasses or this thing, which is called the Plaud Note. Both of them do similar things. The Ray-Bans are smart glasses. They allow you to take pictures or videos up to, I think he said, a minute or something like that, a minute or 3 minutes. And yeah, you just need to use your eyes, your head, and point in the right direction, and you're taking video and footage. That's a great benefit, because yeah, I mean, taking pictures is just naturally useful, but if you need to just capture a moment in that meeting that, you know, you're going to want to remember for later in the workday, or the video, you know what I mean? That's what you're going to want. Similarly with this, the Plaud Note is an AI note-taking product. What it does is it records sound, and when you press the little button, the on button, it's recording everything, and you can connect it to your phone, and it will essentially transcribe all of the words that were used, that were recorded into this thing. So if you're having a meeting, it will record the whole meeting, transcribe it all, put it on the app, and also give you meeting notes and summaries.
Alright guys, so let's have a daily meeting. I'm just waiting for our other advisor to come in. I just wish we had an assistant so we could take down the minutes. So has anyone got any minutes we could take down?
No, you know what? I'm actually not well. My arm, my hand, it got chopped off, fam. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's here.
We've been saved. We have been saved.
What's the guy?
He is here.
What, did you save us?
You're saved.
Oh wow.
I got the remedy.
What does this mean?
Yeah, I got this thing called the Plaud. Despite that it's thin, it records what you talk, and it has the power to explain your thoughts.
Oh, can you tell me more?
Sure, it's AI integrated. I saw it got tech inside it. They can put the whole chat in writing.
AKA transcribing.
Yeah, exactly that. Next meeting we got notes for that. We could track them minutes and time has really been saved. You know I evolve like that. Round of applause for the Plaud, cause it's causing a change in the game. Even a rap that I just bought now, it's summarized in plain. The Plaud Note is good. I got it for free. That's the thing. It's quite pricey, so I think it's over £100 to purchase one of these, unless you get it on sale. I had one more bonus point, which was the reason why I said that I did not need to bring any of my plugs. The reason why I bought no iPhone plug, no iPad plug, no microphone plug, I bought microphones, no ROG Ally plug, I didn't bring it with me, I didn't use it. It's all because I had this, which is my GAN charger. It's a 100-watt GAN charger from Ugreen, and this thing was my best friend during that trip. It was able to, 5 inputs. With all these 5 inputs here, I was able to charge up my watch, my Apple Watch, my iPad, my ROG Ally, my camera, and my battery pack as well, all with one port, because this 100-watt charger supplies 100 watts and splits it among each of these. So if I wanted to charge like my ROG Ally fast, I could use the full 100 watts, but the more inputs I put into this, it will split that 100 watts into whatever it needs to be split into, to provide a little less power but equal to all the other devices. So it was just a good way of making sure I was charged up. I just didn't need any other charger. It was great, so that was good. Anyway guys, that's my video on essential tech for when you're gonna go travel for work. If you're a hard worker like me, consider joining my VIPers community. It's linked in the description below. I do weekly emails where I just talk about my career and what's going on in my life. Right now, that page is mainly followed by fans of my music, but if you guys want to be the first, you can show me that you're interested in finding out what I'm doing in my tech life as well by joining the squad using the link in my description. Also, check out any other things as well. Check out this other video over here, which I think you'll like. It's another tech video, so you're liking tech, I like tech. Let's watch some more tech together, and you can, you know, listen to my music as well. Every song in this video and all my other videos should be a song of my own most of the time. So check out my music if you like as well. It's chill, catchy, conscious hip hop and vibes. Okay, cool. Take care. In a bit.